Hi everyone. Today we're going to be looking at basic invoicing and inside Hawk. Here to set this up, I created two products, a green pillow and a blue pillow, which first the green one, we sell it for 14 and it costs us 7, and the blue, we sell it for 10 and it costs us 5. I also created two inventory transactions where we buy a certain quantity of each pillow or of each product. And it also gives us basically the following inventory. So 100 of the blue and 100 of the green. And now we're ready to do some invoicing. So the first thing to do is that we would need to create some invoice settings. Because if we try to create our invoices right away, we see that they are actually not configured. So we will start configuring. The first thing to do is to add a revenue account. Now, right now in this workspace, we do not have any revenue account. So we will create it and we will just call it my pillow sales and register it and select it. So here we go. We also need an accounts receivable account, which we don't have yet. So we'll just call it AR. Created, selected, here we go. We also would like optionally an inventory account, which we will just use our existing pillow inventory. And we will need a cost of goods sold in order to register our expenses as we go with each sale. And this, we will call it simply cost of goods sold or COGS under direct business expenses. Here we go. And here we have the possibility to add taxes to each invoice or to each product. So let's create a couple of taxes. So here I will simply click here, apply tax account. Again, we don't have any tax accounts, so we'll create a couple of them. So let's call provincial tax, wherever that province may be. So let's select it and let's say it's going to be 5%. And let's add another one, which we'll call the federal tax account. So federal tax. So we'll create an account for that. We'll select it. And this one, let's say we will put it at 7.5%. So we will save these settings. And oh, actually it says a tax name is required for each applied tax. And because this is actually provincial tax and federal tax are the name of the accounts, but the tax that will appear on the invoice also needs to have a name. So we can just use the same name in this case, but of course this can be tailored to your own needs depending on how you invoice your clients. So here we go, we save the settings, and here we go. We're now ready to start invoicing. So let's create a new invoice. So let's say the date is today, August 26th. Let's say that the due date is going to be a month from now, so September 26th. It's going to be our first invoice. We'll pick the customer, which we have here, Winston Family, and let's add the product, let's say green pillow, and we will sell, let's say, a quantity of 5. Now here, this is the unit price that is registered under the product, but we can change it. Maybe for this particular family, we give them a slightly better price. And let's say both taxes are applicable here for this product, and we see that it gets added to our invoice. And let's also sell the blue pillow. Here, let's say the blue pillow we sell at, again, instead of 10, let's put $9 a piece. And let's say we sell 5 units. And again, both taxes are going to be applicable. So here we go. And we can also add a line which is not a product, but actually maybe some service. So let's say we call it delivery. And this will be, say, $50. So it is the delivery price to deliver these products to our customer. And for these particular products, the tax does not apply. Here we go. And we can even add a note for the customer. Thank you for your purchase. And here we are now able to preview, create and send. Let's just simply create this invoice and simply view it. So we can navigate to it and see the invoice. Now, the transactions that are related to this invoice have already been created, and which we see here. So we have some transactions for our accounts receivable, we have our transactions for our COGS, and if we go to our inventory, which I believe was, well, actually, let's go from here. If we go under inventory, we see that we actually sold 5 units of each product, as I believe we saw on the invoice, and we see that our inventory got automatically adjusted. And now this invoice was created. It's basically all of the accounting transactions exist. We can now send this invoice to our customer. So this is the email that is registered in our system for this particular customer, but we can change it to anything we want. And we can also change the subject of the email. So here is your invoice or something like that. And now we can send that invoice to our customer. And we can, of course, view what the system, or excuse me, what the invoice looks like by going here and looking at preview invoice. And as you can see, the invoice we created looks a little bit like this. We have the logo that we have registered in our workspace. We have our address here. We have the invoice details here, the total amount due, and basically who we are selling it to. And in this particular case, the Winston family has 2 addresses. This is the billing address. This is the shipping address that we have registered in the system. And we have all of the details of the invoice registered in here. And we can even download this as a PDF. And of course, our customer receives basically a link to such a PDF as well that they can download. And voila, this is how you do invoicing at Inside Hawk. This is very simple, and what I want to point out here is that basically as you're invoicing, your inventory gets adjusted automatically, and your cost of goods sold also gets adjusted automatically as well, so you can calculate your profit as you go along. Thank you very much for watching. Like, share, and subscribe for more of this content, and I will see you next time.